and welcome to another episode of Pet Central. My name's Cece and this week we have sheep cafes, technology from the future, and a fashion trend that you're gonna love. Stay tuned! Question: do you love both cats and fashion? Well, if you do, Japanese fashion label Felisa Mo may just have the right product for you. Introducing the world's very first cat-attracting jeans. The jeans in question, which were designed by manga artist Rin Yamano, have all sorts of well thought out details to allow those wearing them to both attract and play with cats in numerous and entertaining ways. These blue denim jeans can be worn both indoors and out, and feature things such as a pleated side pocket on each leg, and a small loop from which you can hang a furry tail. This means that the cats can both be attracted to and play with the swinging furry tail attached to the rings, while your legs themselves are protected by the thick material, so the cats can enjoy a good old-fashioned scratching. The oversized pockets also are the perfect place to hide some yummy kitty treats. The back of the jeans feature another small loop to hang yet another tail or accessory for the cats to play with. So expect them to be following you everywhere, whether that be at home or, for example, in a cat cafe. And if that weren't enough, the cute paw prints and stitched faces on the back pocket really help emphasize the wearer's love for cats. So if you want to check out some cool cat jeans designed by a Japanese fashion label in collaboration with a manga artist, check out Felisa Mo now. It's official, we are living in the future. And how do I know? Well, an invention from Japan has just been announced called the Enipathy, and it can finally tell us what our dogs are really thinking. The Enipathy, which combines the words insight, empathy, and inu, which by the way is the Japanese word for dog, is the world's first mental visualizer for dogs. The Enupathy is worn like a normal dog collar, but is able to measure the dog's pulse and heart rate, which then runs the data through an algorithm which estimates the dog's feelings, by having an inbuilt LED light to indicate so by color. For example, the red light indicates your dog is excited, while the blue light indicates your dog is relaxed. The white light indicates your dog is concentrating, and the rainbow light indicates your dog is happy. What's more, Enupathy connects to your smartphone to give you a more detailed overview about your dog's feelings, and based on that information can also suggest what games are best to play with your dog to keep him or her as happy as possible. Currently, the company is still working on the final product, but we'll let you know more once it's released in December this year. But if the Enupathy can actually do what it claims, we'd be delighted, because a happy dog is the greatest sign of a healthy one. And now for another session of Ask the Vet, where you get to ask our vet a question about your pet. This week's question comes from Mr. Timothy Pope, who asks, I want to get both a puppy and a kitten. What's the best way to guarantee that they'll become friends rather than enemies?
Well, aren't you going to have a lot of fun? The most important thing about puppies and kittens and dogs and cats getting on well together, and I don't believe this assumption that dogs and cats don't get on together, because my cats and dogs love each other. The most important thing of getting new cats and dogs is to get them when they're very young, because both dogs and cats have what we call a critical socialization period. In kittens, that's less than 9 weeks of age. With puppies, it's a little older, it's probably about 14 or 15 weeks of age. And that is the age that the brain in your kitten and your puppy develops, and they learn new things. So if you've got a little puppy and you've got a little kitten, I just hope that they're in that age group. And they're very, very unlikely that they won't get on. They'll probably become the best of friends for the rest of their life.
And that's it for another session of Ask the Vet. If you have a question that you'd like one of our vets to answer, just hop on to our Facebook page and make sure you hashtag Ask the Vet. We thought we'd seen it all on this show with the cat cafes, But then the game changed with both the rabbit and hedgehog cafes. And now, once again, a cafe in South Korea has introduced another novel idea for the world's very first sheep cafe. The cafe in question can be found in the Hyundai district of Seoul and is called the Thanks Nature Cafe. The cafe's interior is both stylish and cozy, featuring a nature theme and of course a few of its cute, fluffy residents. The two sheep in question are housed in a wooden pen in a corner of the cafe, and visitors are allowed to both interact with the animals and also feed them a little bit of hay. The cafe's owner, Mr. Kwang Ho Lee, personally takes care of the sheep, keeps their space clean, and even takes them on walks to ensure that they stay happy and healthy. However, unlike with the cat or rabbit cafes, the sheep at the Thanks Nature Cafe can only hang out with patrons during the cooler parts of the year, due to the fact that Mr. Lee sends them back to the sheep ranch when the weather warms up. However, whether the sheep are there or not, you can still always go in for the delicious food, including their amazing banana waffles. I, for one, can't wait to try out this cafe next time I'm in Korea. Sometimes you just gotta take a chance, and when life hands you lemons, you make lemonade. Because this next story shows just how much can be done with a little bit of love and persistence. Enter Kevin, a kitten who at 4 weeks old was found in a car park and brought into a vet clinic. However, Kevin wasn't like other kittens because he has a serious condition called hydrocephalus, which basically means he has fluid in the brain. Other than giving him somewhat of an unusual appearance, Kevin's rescuer, Taylor, was also told that his chances of survival were slim to none. Taking this advice into stride, Taylor decided to give Kevin all the love she could, even if he only had an estimated 6 months to live. Things, however, turned out for the better, and Kevin is now 4 years old. While the condition affected his hearing, his vision, and some brain functions, Kevin has been reported to be the happiest kitty you'll ever meet. Taylor even went as far as building an area on her property which simulates the outdoors because his condition is too severe to actually head outside. Kevin also loves to play with his toys and most of all cuddle up with his owner. Taylor was quoted as saying that Kevin is the silliest, funniest, and most loving cat ever, and she's very happy that she saved him and gave him a second chance at life, because he most certainly grabbed on with both paws and ran with it. And that's it for another episode of Pet Central. To stay up to date with all the latest pet news, make sure you hit subscribe below. Till next time, bye!